What has God done for me, and where do I begin? I'm a mess, but a beautiful mess. He has helped me see the beauty in everything, because there was a point in my life where I could not, and I say this, I'm a pessimistic at heart. It's going to go bad, and when it goes good, whew, so I will always go to that place first. Because if it is anything that doesn't happen in my mind is golden, so I kind of go there first. But He's given me a peace. I have a peace right now. A lot of change in my life. With Him, with the help of my family, my beautiful girls, my husband, I don't think I could get through it. He has been very patient with me, and when I say very, I mean it. Very big, bold letters. Very. I was waiting for Him to send me this big, beautiful, light bulb, top of my head message, and I never got it. So I was thinking, well, maybe I don't pray enough, maybe I don't go to church enough, maybe I'm not quiet enough, and if you know me, I talk a lot, and so maybe I just wasn't slowing down. And so when I did slow down, I heard what He wanted me to do. And so I'm excited for the things that are to come. I'm nervous now, but I'm no longer nervous in life. I've been able to slow down, I want to cry, but not cry about things, not worry about things, because I have already lifted them up. So I don't no longer have to worry too much about it. We're going to stumble in life, we're going to fall, but how we deal with it, that is what matters, because I can't go through life perfect, unscathed. Nothing bad ever happened to me in my life, but I know that when those things come, or when those feelings come, He's right here. Yeah. And He's ready to help me tackle it. So, and I am reading nothing I put on this tablet, so. So it is true, He does come when you need Him to. But like I said, I was waiting for this big, marvelous thing to come, but the whole time He was working through me already in the things I was doing in my life, the people I was around, and it's those little things, those little acts of kindness that go a long way to people. Things like simply watching their kids so they can clean their house, or stopping and getting them a Sonic drink, and I'm thinking about you today, because you actually take the time to think about somebody, not just, oh hey, how you doing, and then rush off. And you really don't know how they're doing, because they could be having a crappy day, and you just don't know because you didn't take the time. So it's those little things in my kiddos, in my children. I see the beauty of God every day when I wake up. When I wake up and I look at them, because they have such beautiful hearts. And as much as I'd like to take credit for that, I can't. I have a wonderful husband too, so I have to split it 50-50. But it's God, and whether they know it or not, He is with them, always speaking through them. They are the most kind-hearted people you will ever meet. They would give you the shirt off their backs. They are always trying to help people, people in need, homeless people especially. We see them from time to time, and they come up with ways to help them, whether it's buy them a $5 meal because they know they're hungry, or just simply giving them money. Jordy the other day had $1, and she saw someone on the corner at Walmart and went up to her and gave it to her and told her that's all she had, but she wanted her to give it to her. And so that makes me want to cry, because I was like, no, I don't want to walk over there. I don't want to walk over there in traffic, because it was right in the middle as you're going out past PetSmart and things like that. And so, but it was her goal, and that's what she wanted to do. And she is like that. She wants to help the homeless people. And being 8, she's constantly coming up with ways. She wants to get a bag and put "Smile, you are loved," and pack lunches and give it to the homeless people that are on the streets, so that they have a meal for that day. My daughters, they come up with ways in the works of coming up with ways to help homeless people have shelter. Whereas we've heard time and time that some of the shelters you can't go because they're too full, or you can't get a meal. So He's working through them. Slowly but surely. working through them. So I love it. I see them every day. Their hearts are open and they're ready. I already said all that. So, but I can see that we are here to love people, not to judge, not to put them aside, but to open our hearts so that they can see that Jesus is living in us and that they may want to come and do the same. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. It's there always. It's never going to leave. So I love that I can see that now. I can do that, and they can do that as well. So it's a chain reaction. It'll keep going and keep going and keep going, and it's never going to go out of style. Jesus is tight. That's going to be on the back of my car. Pretty soon that's going to be available for everybody. We're going to start a new trend. But I realized throughout my life he's never been not with me. He's always been with me, even when I couldn't see it. And I may cry with this, but through the struggles, through the school, through the finances, things happen. And they don't always go your way. Nothing is going my way right now, but it's great. The plan I had for after school is not going to plan, but it's working. And it's allowing me to be here on Sunday, which is important. So I'm very grateful for that. But one of my very first experiences with God was when my daughter Alex was born. And, I forgot to introduce my children, Alex and Jamie. And Jordy went upstairs. But I was young, and it was very scary. And as she was taking her first breath, I took my last. So for 2 minutes, I was gone. But I was in this place. It was just so cool, calm, peaceful. I had no worries, and it was just me. But it wasn't just me. He was there. God was there. And so I was no longer hurting. I was no longer in pain. But I just can't explain this sense of peace. It was good. I loved it. And then I woke up and saw my baby. So for 2 minutes I was told I had nothing. So thank goodness they didn't give up on me. So and then the next time, which was my big thing, was when I went to go test in September. I'm a worrier. I like things to be in my control, which that's a big thing for me to do, is to let it go. So kudos, that's my number one. But I made myself so sick. I did questions day after day after day, wondering if I'm going to pass, wondering if I'm doing the right thing. Am I the right person for this job? Am I good enough? Am I just going to measure up? And that's why I chose that song, because I didn't know if I could. That's a big deal. I'm going to take somebody else's life into my hands, but my hands are not alone. So I have come to that realization that I'm not alone. So that morning I had got there super early. I prayed the night before. I didn't sleep. I prayed when I got there. I had tons of time because I got there really early and no one was there. So I kept praying. And my nerves were shot. I was just wanting to throw up. They could see it on my face. They told me, go wash your face with some cold water. And so I got through there. And when I sat down, I was no longer there. I was in that same place that I was when I was 19. It was colorless. It was pure white. There was no more talking. It was silent. And as I opened the screen and I started those questions, there was no more confusion. There was no more doubts in my head. It was get it done and get it done now. And so I had felt this heaviness, and it was the same heaviness that I had felt all that time ago. And I felt like these hands on my shoulders, and I had that sense of peace. And so I was thinking to myself, this can't be right. I actually know this answer. I'm not going back and changing it. I'm not doubting myself. Because in those type of questions, as she can attest to, there's always two right questions, but one is more right than the other. That is crazy. I don't know why they would want to do that to us, but it's true. And so I've always struggled with that. Select all that apply. That's another one. Never got those right ever. And that happened to be my very last question, was a select all that apply. But I had no doubts. There was no, it can be this, it can be that. I was just clicking and just clicking. Afterwards, I still felt sick, not until I found out the next day I passed. But in that moment when I was in there, he was there, and he put his hand on my shoulder, and he let me know that your struggles are over. This is going to be good. And so, like I said, the next day I woke up and I was a nurse. So, and then I can do my dream, because my dream is to help people. I am a caregiver at heart, and there's nothing more precious than being down in your time of need and needing someone to be there, needing someone to lend that hand, needing that sympathetic ear, just needing someone to take care of you. And a lot of the time people don't have family, and they can't do that. And so they're all alone. And I have witnessed people pass away and not have anybody there, and they pass away by themselves. And so I feel like it's my calling that I work in hospice and I be there. And if they need God, and I'm able to let them go, knowing that they accepted Him before they had to pass. So that is my dream, that is my goal. But I wake up every day knowing that I am worth it, that I am good enough. I can do what He sets before me. It may be difficult, but I can do it. I got up here, and this is a big step for me. Big step. I put lots of deodorant on today. So we are good. And I can do it because of Him, because He died for us. And I'm not going to waste it. I'm not going to waste what He did. It is a gift, and I will treasure it. I will treasure it always. I'm going to try, I will say try because I'm not perfect, to not control things, to not, to just give it to Him. And I can't guarantee what the day will bring, but I can guarantee that I will ask for help and that I will move forward. And I will not, try not to be that worrier. They're probably laughing right now at me because they know me. But I have some quotes that I skipped over, but be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. That is my favorite. And it's true. You be still and He will tell you. Don't try to talk so much, because it doesn't work. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13, which is true. You ask and He will do. And then lastly, which I love because of the psalm we read, but give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. His love endures forever. Psalm 136:1. And for sure that is what I wanted to end, so I hope I have taken up 15 to 20 minutes. But He is good. There is never a time that He is not. So just take life, love it, live it, put Him where He needs to go, where He needs to be first, and everything falls into place. I promise, it's falling into place. Not the way I planned it, but the way He planned it. It's all going to be good. So, thank you.